Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing a makeup look and we're doing this burnt orange kind of smoky eye, end of summer, wish it was autumn kind of look. I created this using the Born to Run palette by Urban Decay, and I also tried out a few new makeup products as well. So if you want to find out how I did this, please keep watching. By the way, if you hear any clicking and typing in the background, I apologise. It's just my husband on his computer. So I'm all cleansed and moisturised, and I'm going to start with a little bit of primer, and I'm going to use the Maybelline New Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. So first new product is Glow Drops by Jekka Black. I got this in my last glossy box and it says highlighting primer for face. Packaging's really cute. Be fearless, you look fabulous. Well, not yet. These are the Glow Drops in Rose Pearl. Glow Drops prep and brighten your complexion with a healthy natural glow. Apply all over your face using your fingertips. Use before makeup. Just gonna use a little bit to start with. Okay, so that goes on quite nicely. It's quite lightweight and it doesn't smell too offensive. It doesn't really have a scent, to be fair. And it leaves like little gold flecks all over your face, which is quite nice. I don't think you can see it on camera. And to be honest, it'll probably get covered up with foundation anyway. It does feel a little bit oily, and I don't know if you can see on my hands. All the gold is kind of left on my fingers and not really on my face, and if I rub my hands together, it starts to congeal. So that's not brilliant. Let's wipe that off. But we'll see how it sits under foundation. So this is a new Maybelline foundation that I'm trying. I've only tried it once so far and I applied it with a brush and it left my skin feeling quite textured. So I'm going to use my beauty blender today to see if that improves slightly. So this is the Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation by Maybelline in Sand. I'm just starting in the middle because that's where I want the most coverage, and then I'll blend it outwards. Taking it down onto my neck as well. This shade is a little bit too dark for me still. That's the problem with COVID. You can't test anything. So it was kind of a guess. So I'd say that's pretty low coverage, to be fair, because you can still see redness and all of my freckles. I don't mind my freckles showing through, to be honest, but I would like a bit more coverage purely because of redness, sunspots, other spots. Not great. So the glow drops are showing up quite nice underneath this foundation, coupled with the fact that it's a hydrating, radiant foundation as well. So if you're wanting glowy, sort of fresh looking skin with not a lot of coverage, these two products would probably be quite a good pairing for you. So I'm just going in with my Conceal and Define by Revolution. I'm not sure what shade this is. I just bought the lightest shade I could find. I'm guessing the number on the bottom is the shade, and it says C0.5. Just gonna put that in the corners of my eyes where my dark circles are the worst, and then I'm gonna pop it on the outside of my eyes with a little bit of a flick to try and give the illusion that my face is a little bit lifted. And I'm going to use my beauty blender again to just blend that in slightly. And just take the excess down the side of my nose Best tool for concealer, I find, is your fingers, because they warm up the product and they really melt it into your skin, but don't fancy losing an eyeball. I don't know what possessed me to go with this length of nails. My nail tech was like, are you going to be able to manage with this length? And I was like, no. So next I'm going to use my Banana Setting Powder by May, and I just usually take what's in the lid. And I put that underneath my eyes first to set my concealer. And then I take any excess just over my face, just to set my foundation a little bit. I like the banana powder because it's got like a little bit of a yellow tone to it. It does help counteract any dark circles underneath your eyes. Sometimes I find with translucent powders or white powders, they can make you look a little bit too ashy underneath your eyes. So banana powders are good because they don't do that. I'm just using my powder brush by Real Techniques to do that. So the next new product that I'm going to try has got lipstick on it, and I've not even used it yet, is the blingiest palette I have ever seen. Like, Jesus. Can we just appreciate? So this is the Park Avenue Princess Chisel Palette by Tarte Cosmetics. It is so pretty. I don't think I've used it yet because I don't want to mess it up. I don't want it to get dirty. So pretty. So I'm going to use this to try and bronze a little bit. It's a contour palette, but I'm going to try and use one of the darker shades as a bronzer and see what that looks like. So I'm going to go in with Princess Cut to start with, purely because I like the name of it. I'm just taking an angled brush. Wow, that's pigmented. Okay. Okay. A little bit orange off camera, but it blends really nicely. You do not need a lot of this product on your brush to show up. Just gonna take some through my hairline as well, just to give my face a little bit of dimension. And then above where I put my concealer before, I'm just going to darken my crown area a little bit with the same bronzer. Okay, like. For blush we have a new product again. It's the Blusher Palette by Barium, and it has 3 matte shades and 1 sort of shimmery peachy gold colour. And I think because my skin is quite shimmery already, I think I'm going to go in with one of the more matte colours. So while keeping a straight face, I'm going to pop it on the high points of my cheeks. Previously I used to smile and put it on the apples, but then when you stop smiling, your cheeks drop, and so does your blusher. So I'm going to keep a straight face and pop it on high points of my cheeks, so that even when I'm not smiling, my face still looks lifted. With every passing year, I need every hack I can get to look a bit younger. I love that shade, and it blends really, really well as well. I did pick up quite a bit of product, and the #1 ingredient in this is talc, so kind of guessed that it wasn't going to be mega pigmented, but that sits really nicely on top of the foundation and the Glow Drops. Next, I'm just going to quickly do my brows with the Winky Lux Unibrow Universal Pencil. And Gimme Brow by Benefit. For highlighter, I'm going to use an old favourite. It's Cookie by Benefit. This highlighter is just insane. So while I'm tilting my head, wherever I see natural light hitting my face, that's where I'm going to pop the highlighter. Makes it a little more natural looking, even though our faces don't naturally light up like Christmas trees. I also like to put a little bit right on the top of the bridge of my nose, on the end of my nose, and then just on my Cupid's bow. Just being careful not to put it right under my nose, otherwise you kind of end up looking like you've got a sweaty top lip. So to create my eye look, I'm going to use the Born to Run palette by Urban Decay. This packaging is so nice. It's got pictures from the Urban Decay team themselves from their travels around the world, which I think is really nice. Why am I not here right now? So this is the perfect palette for traveling, for anybody daring to travel at the moment. It's got every shade in it you would need for a daytime look, an evening look, bright daring colors, or just your classic smoky eye. As you can see, I have used it quite a bit already, but I haven't tried the sort of orangey colors, which I'm going to use today. So if you're wanting this eyeshadow look to last a while, obviously go ahead and prime, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to jump straight in. So first of all, I'm going to use quite a muted shade. I'm going to take Weekender and I'm just going to blend that into the crease. And that's just going to make blending the darker colours a little bit easier. I'm using quite a big fluffy angled brush just to really blow that out. Next I'm taking more of a tapered brush and I'm going to go in with Still Shots, kind of like a pinky peach colour. And I'm going to place that in the crease on top of our previous shade, but not blend it out as high. Okay, so next I'm going to be brave and I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Baja, I think. Baya, I'm not really sure. Orange. Wow. I'm just going to go straight in and put that all over my eyelid. That's not as crazy as I was dreading it was going to be. It's a really nice, like sunset orange. Back in with our tapered brush now, and I'm just going to go back into the crease just to blend the orange into the transition colour. So I'm going to darken the crease of my eye again, and this time I'm going to use the shade Punk. It's going to take a tiny bit of that right on the tip of the brush and kind of share it out between both eyes. Don't want this to be too heavy. So I would just want this to give the eyes a little bit more depth and dimension. And really darken that orange up a bit. But I'm just keeping this to the outside of the crease, I'm not going all the way across. Now I'm going to darken my lash line and the outer corner a little bit with the shade Good As Gone. I'm just going to use a small shading brush for this. Keeping that to the very outer corner of my eyelid and my lash line. Buff that out with the angled brush, just so it's not as harsh. One thing I like about I like a lot of things about the Urban Decay palettes, but one of the things is that there's not a lot of fallout from the darker colours, which can really ruin your face if you're like me and you do your face makeup first. So especially if you just tap off the excess, there's like little to no fallout. So for my lower lash line, I'm just going to work backwards, and I'm going to start with Good Is Gone, which is the darkest brown colour. And I'm going to keep that as close to the lashes as possible. Kind of join it up with the colour on my top lid. Then using the same brush again, I'm going to use the orange colour, whose name I cannot pronounce, and I'm going to buff that into the brown, not taking it too low. But just blowing it out slightly. So last thing, I'm just going to use Blaze, which is a lovely sort of champagne shimmery gold colour, and I'm just going to place that on the inner corners. Kind of blend it into the terracotta orange colour. I love putting like a shimmery shadow or highlighter in the inner corners. Even if I've promised myself I'm going for like an all matte look, I can't help myself. It's just so pretty. So I'm just going to pop some mascara on, and I'm using Bare Real by Benefit. So for lips, I'm just going to keep it pretty muted. I'm going to use my Nude Sticks lip and cheek pencil in the shade Mystic. And that is it. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there's any other makeup looks that you want to see, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!